Hi guys, it's Risa. How you doing? Oh my God, I am so excited about this recipe. It's a delicious, high protein breakfast parfait. What I love about it is not only is it high in protein, it's filling. You don't have to bake it. You can make it days in advance. I would say up to 5 days. And if you even want to make it as a dessert, you can make it as a dessert. You could even freeze it if you wanted to, and then let it thaw out. It would be super delicious. So I'm going to tell you what you need. And also just remember, under each of my videos, I'm just letting you know, there's a little arrow, and I put all my full descriptions of the recipes underneath the video for you guys, okay? So don't worry, everything will be written out. I'm going to make 4 different types. One is going to be a chocolate dream. The other one is going to be a peanut butter. The other one is going to be a cinnamon French toast. And the last one is going to be my strawberry rhubarb delight. I may change the names, you never know. So I bought some cute little jars at the dollar store. Aren't they so cute? But you can just use whatever you have at home. Even a plastic container will do. I used frozen fruit. I have my frozen peaches, strawberries, blueberries, and of course, my strawberry rhubarb compote sauce. My mother always called it a compote when you put it in a pan and made it into like a deliciousness sauce. So basically I made it for my crisp. All you need is a couple of cups of fruit. You can use strawberries and rhubarb. That's what I did. I even added some peaches and some raspberries, whatever you want. About 2 cups. I used about a 1/4 cup of water. Not a lot because you don't want it really like runny. You can add about a tablespoon or 2 of, I used some truvia. You can use stevia. You can use sugar if you want. This is swerve. You can use some swerve. And if you don't have that and you want to use a little bit of honey or sugarless honey, or not sugarless honey, sugarless syrup. Oh my God. Anyways, you can do that. The other thing to thicken it is some xanthan gum. This is an all-natural thickener. About a 1/4 teaspoon goes a long way, guys, okay? So that's all. Or if you don't have this, you can use a little bit of cornstarch and it'll thicken it so you have a really nice thick sauce. And what I love about this is you can use it for so many different recipes and desserts. It's fantastic as a side dish. It's amazing on yogurt, Cool Whip, whatever. So let's get started. This recipe, why it's so high protein, is I used Greek yogurt. This has 17 grams of protein. But also, if you don't have Greek yogurt and you want to just use regular yogurt, I used about 3/4 of a cup, 2 smart points, or you can just use regular yogurt. I found source yogurt, which I love, and that's 8 grams of protein. Okay, so this recipe is going to be between 20 and 40 grams of protein, depending on how much you use. I use 3/4 of a cup, or I use 2 of these, so it's both 2 smart points. I've added them to a bowl, and then I used 1 scoop of my protein powder. 22 grams of protein in this. So for those of you that are working out hard and those of you that are working hard, it will keep you full for a long time, this little wonderful breakfast dessert, okay? If you don't have this brand, that's okay. You find a brand that you like. I also have the Weight Watchers one. And where did it go? Here it is. And this has 10 grams of protein. Okay, so it's half, but with the yogurt, you're still over 20 grams of protein. If you like other flavored proteins, there's peanut butter, strawberry, I think there's caramel flavors. So you pick what you like and 1 scoop after you've put in your yogurt. So that's what I've done. And then I've added about 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla to each of them. The other thing is it gets very thick after you've added the protein powder to your yogurt. So I have some almond milk and I'm just going to add 2 tablespoons because it gets very, very thick. And then you're just going to, so I have the yogurt in here. Oh my God, this is when you're doing it live like this. So you're just going to mix it with some vanilla. So it's 3/4 of a cup of yogurt, 1/4 teaspoon of some vanilla. If you like lots of vanilla, add more vanilla, and a scoop of your protein powder. And it gets so thick, especially when you're using Greek yogurt. It almost tastes like cheesecake. I measured out a cup of my fruit. So I have raspberries, blueberries, peaches and strawberries, and my strawberry rhubarb compote. Now, before I do that, for my chocolate dream, I used the plain yogurt, and then I used one of the packages to make it chocolatey of the Weight Watchers. Now, if you don't have that and you just have plain yogurt, you can use a tablespoon of some cocoa. Easy, delicious. Now the cocoa is bitter, so you might want to add about a tablespoon of some truvia, stevia, some maple syrup. There's the sugarless maple syrup that I love, which is the Joseph's. I get it at the low carb grocery store, but I know you can find other brands. The Walden's is fantastic. Get what you like, okay? And if you want to use a tablespoon of honey, you can do that too. Now, I'm going to add my yogurt to my raspberries, just like this. So you've mixed it up really well. And this is already in one of my other containers that I have. And if you think you need a little bit more milk, if it gets a little powdery, just add a little bit more milk. Because when we measure it, sometimes, yum, it is a little thicker if you used a little bit more powder. You know, everybody scoops it out differently. We know that, right? So I'm going to add just a drop more milk because it is a little thick. There we go. So for my peanut butter one, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of peanut butter powder. I'm just going to sprinkle that on. If you want to mix it through, you can. You can just leave it like that. It's super delicious. And then I'm going to use about 1 teaspoon of some chocolate chips and sprinkle that on. So whatever topping that you like, you add that. So for the yogurt and the protein, it's 3 Smart Points. For a teaspoon of sugarless chocolate chips, it's 0. Nice. And it's ready. The next one is going to be my rhubarb. And I'm just going to add it to my rhubarb. It's really easy. It's so thick. Look at this. Super, super thick. And I'm going to tell you, I had one this morning and I'm still full. Like 4 hours later, and it is super, super filling with all that protein. So there we go for the rhubarb one. Voila. And if you want to add a teaspoon of maybe some sunflower seeds, what am I doing here? That would be really delicious. So you can top it with some sunflower seeds. You can top it with chia seeds. You can top it with almonds, coconut, anything, and it'll be delicious. And look how much you get. It's almost filled. It is a lot, and it's very filling. You can also half the recipe. You don't want all of this. You want to make it a smaller amount. You can do that. So in my other container, I just have a regular container to show you. I'm going to do the next one. And this one is going to be so good because I'm going to call it French toast. Why? Because I'm going to add, I made up in here some cinnamon sugar. I had bought cinnamon sugar at the low carb grocery store and realized, oh my God, I can make it myself. So basically just some cinnamon and some truvia, stevia, swerve, whatever you want. And you're just going to sprinkle some on like that. Just some on. And how much you like of it, it's fine. You want to use a half a teaspoon, a tablespoon, whatever you like. And then you're going to drizzle about a teaspoon of some syrup on top. So you feel like you're having like a French toast tasting one. And then you're just going to do that. That's it. Easy. You want to add some nuts to it or seeds or flaxseed. You can do that. But again, there's a lot of protein in this. Now, I have my chocolate dream here. Doesn't that look so good? And I'm going to add that to my peaches and strawberries. Again, it doesn't matter what fruit you use. You can use whatever fruit you like and whatever fruit you have in the house. So like I said, I like to keep a lot of fruit, frozen fruit in my freezer. It lasts longer, but in the summertime, there's so many more options. Peaches and blueberries, raspberries. Oh my God, it's endless. And like I said, this is filling up. Oh my goodness, it's going to be so good. And for your chocolate dream, if you want to do like a chocolate peanut butter one, you could add a little bit of peanut butter powder to it, which is my favorite. Or you can add some chocolate, sugar-free chocolate chips. I get it at the low-carb grocery store. Even if you want to use some regular chocolate chips, just to sprinkle a few on, you can do that. Just add the points. Again, you can put a little bit of coconut, just a little bit. You can just put that on it. Would be really delicious. There it is. Oh my God, I almost forgot where it was. And now, so good, so filling, so nutritious. You're going to love it. If you want it as a dessert and you're thinking, oh my God, I have no carbs, you can make my homemade granola. So I made a peanut butter and a cocoa flavored one, which is really delicious. And you can sprinkle about a tablespoon or two on top. For a half a cup, it's 4 smart points. But you don't need that much. And it's super delicious, crunchy, flavorful. You can do a regular plain one with lots of cinnamon. You can add PB2 powder or cocoa powder. And it's fantastic. So check out my recipe. For a dessert, if you want, instead, you can use some Cool Whip inside it, and you can even use some cherry pie filling. There's a no sugar one you can get. And like I said, you can make it really interesting and delicious. So there's 4 different ones that I've made today, high protein. These that I made are only 3 to 4 smart points. Again, if you add other things to it, it will be higher, but that's okay. And again, you can do half the recipe. You can do the whole recipe. You can have it for breakfast. You can have it for lunch. You can have it as a dessert. So enjoy, and don't forget to subscribe and visit me on my Facebook page, Risa's Recipes and Weight Watchers Tips. Love you guys. Take care. Enjoy. Post pictures if you make it, okay? Bye, guys. Love you.